Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And today we have a special guest, one of my good friends out of the 901 Shelby County. Sports people know that you don't get no calls in Shelby County in the 901. That's the running joke. You go down Memphis? Oh, no, you got to beat them by 20, guys.
Man, at least
they ain't going.
Man, we gonna talk shit the whole. Ooh, can I say that?
You can say whatever.
Okay,
bro.
can I? You gonna talk shit the whole time?
Yeah, the whole time, guy.
Oh, absolutely.
It is 901. Well, I got 100 cousins down there, guy, and it's crazy.
And you don't know nobody's real name.
I don't know.
I know it.
Hey, you come here.
Yeah.
Hey, Bookie, come here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Snap. Hey, Skip. Hey, Scrap. You don't know nobody's real name.
That's how it is.
Man, everybody got a nickname.
Funny you say that. My mother nickname was Bigger.
Okay.
Got a Pookie, got a T90, and a Bubble.
Right.
Those are brothers and sisters.
Yeah, and probably don't know none of their names.
I don't.
I know.
And
That's how it is, bro.
That's how it is?
I'm listening. I'll tell you right now. All through college, I know we're going to get to a lot of it, but nobody knew my real name.
Wow.
Still, some of them don't know. They think it's Snap Spicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there it is.
Yeah, so
every true player need a code name. A
gotta have a code.
You know what I'm saying?
A moniker. That's it. Gotta have one.
So this is season 3 of the High Table, and this is Lynn Spicer. We call him Snap. Well, he wanted to be called Snap. He's affectionately known as Snap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's from Memphis, and we've been knowing each other about 15 years now.
Absolutely.
I first tapped back into Nashville.
Absolutely.
And so it was only right that I have him on the show. He has a following in fashion, but more so, this is a solid individual. Highly educated, works hard, takes care of his family, and he's a granddad.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
He's a granddad.
Absolutely.
And so he's pivoting into the next phase of his life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay? And so I'm enjoying watching from afar his evolution into his burgeoning brand of fashion and input on the fashion industry. I'm just bigging you up, guy.
Man, listen, I appreciate it.
It's like Hammer had too big MC. I'm a too big MC.
I don't need. Listen, I got you. I don't need nobody else.
You
I'm
good.
straight.
Interview done. We'll holler at y'all later.
Yeah.
So let's talk about growing up in Memphis.
Yep.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Orange Mound. You know, shout out to Melrose and shout out to Ridgeway, where I went to high school at.
Yeah.
Right around the corner where Ballin MJG was, right off Lamar Circle.
Okay.
And yeah, man. True to myself.
Yeah.
And humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And knew I had a plan, and so
really,
yeah, I stuck to it.
So who was your mentors growing up? Because coming from Nashville, we heard a lot about Memphis, and it wasn't always the best. And I think it kind of fast forward. Growing up in the '70s, I didn't hear that much about Memphis, obviously. But where does Memphis get a bad take? Because you love Memphis, you in Memphis a lot.
Man, I think what happens is, man, like everyone from other cities, man, have their own perspective of where they came from, right? And everybody's used to kind of what their brand of city is.
Right.
Memphis has its own brand of city, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we cut from the same cloth.
Right.
So what may rub you wrong may not rub me wrong.
Right.
That's true Memphians at its best, right? And people always have this bad rap about, the crime and some of the things that happen in Memphis, which that's true, right? But there's a lot of pockets, man, full of love and family and all of that, man. That's still part of Memphis, man, and that's the part that I like, man. The vibe that's in Memphis, the food that's in Memphis, the music that's in Memphis. There's nothing like no other city, man, like Memphis, man.
One thing about Memphis, you guys support your local artists. Like Nashville really need to get behind the template that y'all said. This is years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all heard about 8-Ball MJG before they came out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Skinny Pimp.
Yeah.
A lot of these cats.
DJ Squeaky.
All them cats.
All them cats.
Yeah.
So Paul and all of those guys came through, and we heard them in high school.
Wow.
They were brand names before we knew brand names were.
Right.
Were already in high school selling tapes out the trunk. These mixtapes, man.
Right.
And so, we found out about them cats, man, and we just followed the wave, man, and just rode the wave rather. With those guys, and sure enough, man, everybody outside of Memphis started to understand, man. Memphis is on the map from a music standpoint.
Right.
Outside of blues,
right? Exactly.
We had blues, and
exactly.
we had a lot of that soul music, with a lot of the, music labels that were in Memphis, right? Stax. Yeah. You know what I mean? Record label was, historic. We're bringing a lot of those cats through Memphis, man, and signing, B.B. Kings and, Al Greens and, all these guys came through a lot of those areas in Memphis to record and do a lot of that music. But, hip hop obviously was something that took a while to kind of cut through, not only from the South, but you know what I'm saying, but Memphis in and of itself. But man, once they heard that sound,
man, that's it.
Man, come on now.
And so Memphis was sort of like that chitlin circuit, in blues. I'm saying blues. Yeah, Arkansas, Memphis, Mississippi. Like that. You see what I'm saying? And so it made sense because my mother, I can recall her. We clean up the blues every Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
You hang out if you want to, but
down
from 7 a.m.
blues.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah. Right.
That was a Saturday morning kind of thing, man. That was a constant.
Right.
On Saturdays, man.
Absolutely.
So you heard the blues, it was time to clean up.
That's right.
On Saturday morning early, too. So, yeah, man, that's always been a staple here in Memphis, man. And I love it, man. I wouldn't, I wouldn't change it for nothing, man. And I've gone through a number of countries and other cities, but it's just some about that Memphis grit, that Memphis grind that's just unique in and of itself, man.
And that's the greatness of the South. Let's talk about your mentors. Memphis can be whatever it need to be, and you love Memphis. Yeah. Let's talk about you. Coming up, who's your mentor? Father, uncle, cousin?
You know what, man? I had a couple of them. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Yeah. Like for me, man, one of my immediate, mentors was my grandfather, man. My grandfather, my grandmother on my dad's side were really instrumental in showing me the art of possibility as far as success and for entrepreneurship. Like my grandfather worked for international paper for a long time, and then he branched off and started to really do his own thing and create his own paper company as well too. So a printing company, I should say. Right. And so the Spicer brand, LS Printing, really was the culmination of a lot of hard work and getting the know-how from international paper, and then him just taking a chance on himself, right, and being able to step out and start building an entrepreneur and a platform for LS Printing. Me as a coming from a single parent home and looking at that, I always knew that there was something on the other side of the track, right? Okay. So I lived in a house full of uncles, cousins and aunties. With other cousins, right? So we 10 strong in the house, 2 bedrooms.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. So my grandmother had 5 kids, right? And and out of those, my mom was the oldest, but she had other kids, and then my aunts had 4 kids on 1 and 2 kids. So you can imagine all those being in the same house, man, trying to make it through. So like I said, I come from humble beginnings, but at the end of the day, man, I had some good examples. Like I said, my grandfather and them being able to go over there on the weekends and see kind of how other, families were living. Gave me some insight on, guess what? There is something outside of Orange Mound. Right. Yeah.
Right. So you made me think about how my mother would take us to Memphis in the summertime, and it was that community of cousins. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I remember crying because we had to leave. But it's like 12 of them. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. And so from my mother, she had me and my brother. Aunt Betty had 3 kids, and those 3 kids had 3 kids.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they just started to multiply. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so having a house, living in a house like that with so many people, what did it teach you?
Man, it teaches you patience. Okay. Because you're not a priority. Right. You're not the only priority.
Pecking order.
Right. It's a pecking order. So you have to make sure that, you are patient. You got to make sure that, when it's time to do something, what I'm saying, you it's time to do it, because nobody's waiting on nobody. Right. My grandmother, which is my mom's mom, was a tough love type of woman as well too, right? And so for me, it was no room for the weak, you had to get it, right? You know what I'm saying? And so that's one thing I can say that I learned in that scenario where, when it's time for an opportunity,
you
better go grab it because it'll be gone.
And it teach you about toughness. I know there were scuffles within the family. You learn how to defend yourself, what made it easier to kind of navigate through Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, man, listen. you got to be tough going up in Memphis anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
off the top, man, because there's no room, like I said, there's no room for the weak, man. They taking lunches, they're taking lunch money.
Wow.
And you coming back home crying, and all your grandma say, well, you know what I'm saying, go get it back.
Wow.
That's the only thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Or continue to keep getting your lunch money took.
Right.
But no, it's a grind city, man. And I will say that toughness definitely transitioned into a lot of other areas in life long term. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to be tough with maintaining your life and being tough about addressing certain situations at work. Be tough about just in life in general, man.
Right.
I think everybody needs a little toughness in them, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so you're a very nice guy, and you handle your business, but there's a certain grit about you that you advocate for yourself. You stand up for yourself.
Absolutely.
How was that in your business that you do full time? Like, have you had to defend yourself in a corporate way, in a cool way?
I think every corporate setting, especially being a black male, there's something that you have to kind of prove to some degree, right? You always have to have that level of toughness because everybody's looking to kind of, I wouldn't say, what's the word? Challenge you,
right?
But they want to see if you're worthy. Unfortunately, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm an architect as a profession, enterprise architect, and I'm always in a room full of white people. You know what I mean? And so, not that you always have to kind of justify yourself for being in those circles, but there's a level of responsibility to make sure that you are showing up the right way.
Right.
And tough may not be the right synonym for what you represent in those circles, but you definitely have to be able to be confident. You have to kind of know what you know, and you show up the right way. And from that perspective, there's a respect gain from your peers, right? And so tough may not be the quite word, but you do have to show up very confident. You have to make sure that you know what you know. And at the end of the day, like, you don't have to really sell who you are from a black white scenario, but you do have to kind of sell yourself in that, I belong in these circles.
Right, absolutely.
So they can be inclusive when it comes to, advancement and all the other things that come along with being in your profession. So,
and I respect that. And so I'm going to go back a little bit and we'll touch on what you do. What about high school? You come in from junior high. Yeah. You come to high school, some of the funnest times I remember coming from Ewing Park, which is right around the corner, to Maplewood. Let's go to junior high. How are you in junior high?
Man, junior high school was good, man. I went to Sherwood Junior High. Okay. It's a known junior high school in Memphis. Okay. We had a lot of rivals in junior high. Sherwood, we had Airways, we had Wooddale. All of them were a lot of what we saw in high school as far as some of those guys that were coming out. Yeah. They played ball. Okay. And Big Si and, you know what I'm saying, Anthony and them, they came out in those little small junior high school where a lot of rivalry came. East was another kind of high school that came out as well too. Yeah. And so, they had a lot of good players coming in out of that. I ran track, and I actually didn't play basketball in junior high school. It wasn't until 10th grade I started playing ball. Okay. But I ran track. Okay. I was a track runner. I ran hurdles, and I was a sprinter. Oh, wow. Yeah. So track was kind of my thing in junior high school. Although I played basketball, I didn't ever try out for the basketball team. So, right. Yeah. And I just also, I was transitioning too as well too with with some family issues and so forth. And then, try to just get some stability up under myself as well too. Right. But it all worked out, man. But high school was great. Had a good time. Met a lot of those cats that I know today at Sherwood Junior High School.
Still crazy to this day.
And to this day, them suckers still crazy. You're right. Yeah. So it was good.
Yeah. In those times, in Nashville, you probably noticed a lot of high school stuff. People coming together, trying to reclaim that time.
Yeah,
and
see a lot of that.
It was a time of you could be free. We had no responsibilities. We had no children.
Yeah.
You could just kind of go where you want to go. It was the life.
The life.
Oh man, the money you could have with no. Oh my God.
Man, the life you could have with no money.
Oh my goodness. How about that?
Man, absolutely.
Amazing time.
Listen, it's a little different now, but absolutely, man. There was some times where, you know, you could put $5 in your pocket and you could do some things.
Come on now.
For real. Like, I got, hey, give me $2 or $3 to my home, put some gas in there, and we good to go do some other stuff.
Rolling all over the city. I can recall.
Yeah, man. Like my homeboy had this Nova that we used to go. We used to pick us up, man. And I tell you, boy, that Nova was the hottest car in the city.
Yeah.
It had exposure at the bottom, so all the heat exhaust would come back underneath.
Oh my goodness.
Through the floor. So in the summertime it was hell, but in the wintertime it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you had the heat coming through.
Yeah.
But he had the car. You know what I'm saying? So we had to roll with my homie. You know what I mean? And we did that. But you talking about just being able to go places, man. And he had to ride. Oh man, that was
transportation.
Transportation.
Well, one of your frat brothers, Jimmy Polite, you may not know Jimmy.
Okay.
He lived right on the corner. He had a car. His dad gave him an old, I think, 75 Buick.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody give me $1 for gas. 5 of us give $1 for gas, and we would ride. We would ride. Got the basketball games, football games. Got have a good time.
Man, listen, that's when gas was like 79 cents.
That's right.
I remember that. I used to buy gas, 79 cents.
How about that?
Yeah, so I know how it goes.
Hey.
Give me $2. If you got 2 or 3 people and they gave you $2, oh, we ride.
Let's go.
We are out for sure.
Another partner had a BW Bug.
Man,
he come and get us at morning time, man. Coming through Trinity Hills, man, not far from here, man. And man, good times, man.
Man, listen, I finally moved up and man, they got me a Nissan B210, man, the hatchback, little orange one. You know what I'm saying?
I had a Nissan B210.
Yeah,
a white one.
Yeah, a little Datsun, I think.
Yeah,
it was
a
Datsun.
Datsun.
It was Datsun at the time.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
I finally got me a little joint, little hatchback, little Datsun B210, man, and nobody couldn't tell me nothing. I was rolling. At that point,
I had, and somebody hit me and tore it out right in front of the house.
Yep,
somebody fell asleep.
Yep.
But anyway,
I broke down at one point. But
okay. Kindred Spirits, Datsun B210. Shout out to that.
How about that? You know what I'm saying? Whitehaven, Datsun, off of Elvis Presley. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Starting y'all.
So now you're in high school.
Yeah, man.
You're running track. What about college? Was college on your plate?
So let me step back to high school, man, because in high school, that's when I actually met Anthony Hardaway, man. So we talk about
future frat brother.
Yeah, man. We talk about actually mentors. My uncle, man, Larry Spicer, was Mr. Basketball in 1979, I want to say.
Okay.
Out of Northside High School, man.
Okay.
Was a big boy player, you know what I'm saying?
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Memphis Northside beat us in the state tournament my senior year.
Is that right?
At Vanderbilt. All the state tournament was at Vanderbilt. It wasn't in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
It was at Vanderbilt.
Okay.
They had some dude, man, we call him a tumbo. This nigga was blocking everything. Never seen a dude, some dark-skinned dude.
Is that right?
About 6'5", man, was talking and throwing our shit way back in
the bleachers.
It'd be like 20-something.
Okay.
Never seen nothing like that before in my life.
Yeah, man.
And it was good too, man, but Memphis Northside.
Northside.
Keep me up at night. But go ahead.
Yeah, Memphis Northside, man.
Yeah.
Larry Spicer, man, shout out to him, man. Went on to play for Baylor.
Okay.
Then he ended up trying to get drafted for the Milwaukee Bucks, played for the Harlem Gold Trials for a while.
Oh, wow.
Played overseas in Spain, went over there for Asamea overseas and so forth. So he was definitely a mentor. That being said, man, in high school, man, Penny was, because he was kind of the who's who in basketball, kind of latched on to Larry, my uncle, man. And so Penny would come over to the house all the time, every Sunday. We come over there and see him on the weekends. And this is really before I knew who Penny was.
Right.
So I'm just thinking who this cat, man. And Penny has always seemed like been 6'5".
Always tall.
He seemed like he's ever since I met him in high school, he's always been at least 6'5", it seemed like. Skinny, well-mannered, just low-key kind of guy, cool. He ain't finna talk you to death, just a real low-key, cool kind of guy, man. And I used to just, hang out, talk to him. He'd be coming over all the time, and My grandma was kind of a pillar in the community as well too. She cooked on Sunday, still cooking it to this day at 92 years old.
Wow.
And so that's how I end up kind of, me and him kind of, getting together and hanging out and whatnot. And I end up going to high school, and that's when I really found out who Penny was.
Right.
Yeah, because I went to Melrose. He went to Treadwell.
Okay.
And I got the business. We got the business. Michael Wilson out of Memphis, Melrose as well too.
The one that jumped real high?
Man, jump out the gym.
Yeah, 50-inch vertical. Man. Yeah.
Man, going at him. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a battle. You know what I mean? At an early age, coming up out of there. And so, yeah, man, it was fun.
Penny was amazing. We had heard about Penny, and for a stretch, people grew big in Memphis.
Yeah.
6'7" Penny.
Yeah,
man.
Man.
6'9" Center.
Big Side them came out of Treadwell them, and you know what I'm saying. Sylvester Gray them came out of East.
Gray, that's right.
All them cats came out of East, man. They had a squad, man.
And one thing about Memphis, y'all didn't leave Memphis.
No,
everybody went to Memphis.
It sure did. Yeah, a lot of it was either that or they end up going to, because remember they had the Metro League, Metro Conference.
Okay, yes.
It was Louisville, it was Arkansas, it was Memphis, and they was going that whole
tough
conference was tough.
I was gonna say Arkansas.
Yeah,
because boy was coaching there. The black guy,
Nolan Richardson. Yeah, so they had a lot of stuff going on. Then you had not Sylvester Gray, but you had Doom Haynes coming out of the University of Memphis. I say University of Memphis, Memphis State at the time. So you had some guys that was legit, man. So. Andre Turner and all them cats came out of there.
Andre, he from Memphis?
Andre from Memphis.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. He could play.
Oh, man. Andre Turner was cold.
He could play. Yeah, he had that last-second shot against UCLA.
Yes.
And won it. Yes.
Amazing, man.
Bobbed and weaved all the way down.
He was cold, too, man. So, we had a lot of... Listen, Memphis is historically a basketball city. That's why we want to keep on pressing that the Grizzlies stay in Memphis.
Right.
It's a pillar to the community. It's what we do. And I hope, you know what I'm saying, Fred Smith continues to support and the people in Memphis continue to support that team because, we deserve that team. We are a basketball city.
Right.
And despite what people say on the outside looking in, man, we love and we want to continue to support Memphis Grizzlies, man.
Right. So what you think about what LeBron has to say about Memphis? Now, mind you, he's not from Memphis.
Yeah.
And so I was explaining to one of my friends, he's not necessarily talking about Memphis, but when you're a high-end athlete, there's a certain level of luxury you're used to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a level of responsibility too,
exactly.
as well too.
Exactly.
There are tiers in NBA for a reason. There are markets in NBA for a reason. Right. There are, certain cities that people don't want to go to, and for him to even say, with him being in that position, right, of him being LeBron James, Cleveland ain't nothing.
No.
Why did you think you were so hard for you to recruit people to Cleveland?
That's right.
Right. You had to leave Cleveland.
That's right. That is true.
Right. And so for you to be, that irresponsible about your opinion, which he has right to have one.
True.
It affects all the other things that come along with it, because there's collateral damage that comes along with that. You being LeBron James, right? And so yes. Could we have better facilities? Sure. Could we have better hotels? Sure. And that's the city thing that we've been fighting for years. It's a black city. Right. And regardless of what people say, the money still has to go through, non-white people.
Right.
You're right. I mean, non-black people. Right. And so it does take some time for reform. It does take time to get up to the point where you are on the same level as other organizations, and the city has a responsibility to try to make it accommodating for professional athletes and professional people that come in, but it takes time, man.
And you put it so eloquently because I didn't view it like that, and so my take was he's not from the South.
Yeah.
Spent 8 years in LA, the most really luxurious city,
that's what
in the United States. So
right.
his perspective is somewhat skewed a
Right.
little bit. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that is woke as he is and pro-black as he is, it is based on what you're saying and making me think irresponsible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
A little bit
it is.
irresponsible.
Yeah.
So, but let's, okay, you're in college now. You come from Memphis, MTSU. Why MTSU?
So, David, to quite be honest with, man, like, I had a scholarship to go to Wentworth Academy in Missouri. I was going to be...
I can't see you in Missouri.
Yeah.
Neither could you.
No. Couldn't see myself. I also was a person who wanted to pursue flight, so I thought about going to the Air Force.
Okay.
I was at ROTC also in high school, so that was another piece of the element that people didn't know about, that I was very, strategic. Well, I was very, I had a very strategic view about what I wanted to do.
Right.
I had focus about what I wanted out of life, and then I had some examples. My mom was in the military as well too.
Okay.
That I wanted to go and fly planes. That's kind of always what I wanted to do, and so got a ride to go to an all boys academy school in Missouri, Wentworth Academy. Okay. And when I went up to visit and so forth, it was in the middle of nowhere. And I had other couple junior college offers as well too, and they didn't work out. And so I was like, you know what? I'm smart. I was still a smart kid.
Right. You did well. You did well in high school.
Did well in high school. Okay. Yeah. And I'll pivot back into why that changed as well too, because I wasn't always that way. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so MTSU. Well, I went to Hampton University as well too. Tried to go get in there. That didn't work out either. Just because I just felt it was too far. We had just left Virginia Beach, Virginia, and that's why I had to go back to what made me go back to Memphis, because I left Memphis and came back.
Got it.
And so for me, MTSU, man, had a program that I really was interested in, and they had one of the best programs, actually second in the nation at the time, aerospace engineering. And so I ended up going to MTSU instead of TSU, where a lot of my folks went to. Yeah, man.
And so was it a culture shock coming from an all-black city to an all-white city in Murfreesboro?
So I want to take a couple steps back on what I just mentioned. Okay. So I left, we left
Virginia.
Memphis.
Okay.
To go to Virginia. My brother was getting in some trouble. I was kind of going down the wrong path as well too, because I was behind him. I had an older brother who was 4 years older than me. He ended up doing 18 years in prison for drugs and some other things as far as trafficking and some other stuff. And I was kind of going down that same path as well too, in the streets and doing what I shouldn't probably been doing. But went to Virginia and stayed in Virginia Beach for a long time. I ended up getting into some trouble while I was there, and then I got shipped back to live with my dad. Okay. So my dad ended up being in a very, what I would call your traditional single family home. Got it. He was married. He had 2 kids. Yeah. And I had some stability at that point, right? And living with my dad. But that was the first time I've ever lived with him. Oh, wow. And I was coming out in my 11th grade year. That's why I ended up leaving Melrose and Sherwood and all that, and then going to Ridgeway to play basketball. Got it. So 10th grade year, Melrose, left in the middle of that year, came back in the middle of that other year, and then I ended up playing baseball and basketball. Now, that being said, this was an all-white. Ridgeway was all-white. Back in the 80s and 90s.
So here you come, kind of wild.
Got a little toughness to myself, a little grit to myself, and I could play baseball because I played baseball as well too, and I ran track and I played basketball. So I walk into Ridgeway and I tried for baseball because it's basketball rather. Made the basketball team, fell in love with the coach. The coach was cool. He liked me. I was smart, in general, on the court. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Point guard.
Point guard, right? I was your traditional point guard, right?
Point guard extraordinaire.
Yeah, so I was a true point guard. I could run a good offense. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he had, and we had a motion offense, so it was pretty, sophisticated at the time.
Absolutely, right.
You know what I'm saying? Where we back cutting, triangle on one side, flash, on the other side.
Yeah,
it was. You
gotta have some sense.
Gotta have some sense. And putting everybody in the place. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, and Ridgeway was something I went to, came back there, and so it was pretty much all white. I was only black on the baseball team at the time.
Wow.
So that culture shock also kind of got me introduced to diversity.
90, 91?
90, 89, 90.
Okay, got it.
Right? So all of that was kind of that whole introduction to this new culture for me. You know what I mean? And I embraced it, to be honest with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My stepmom was an educator.
Okay.
She was a Spelman grad.
Okay.
Went to grad school. You know what I'm saying? So when I moved with my dad, she was like, "Oh, I see the best in you." Light clicked on.
She poured in you.
She poured all into me.
So let me go back to this just a little bit. You get some water.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. So
the question is, you was wild, probably upset about your older brother. You're trying to figure it out. How's your transition back with your dad, who probably had rules and regulations and that you had to adhere to?
Man, he was a stranger, actually. Dude was a stranger. I would ask when I first started living with him, like, can I go in the refrigerator type shit? You know what I'm saying? It was like that. But, he was a cool cat, in a sense, because he was just who he was. And now, obviously, I see a lot of him in me.
Right.
Now, as
mellow,
chill.
Right.
He was always kind of that cool, never too high, never too low kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? But, when you are in, quote unquote, a stranger's home, you look for a level of communication. That was my stepmom.
Got it.
So that's why I gravitated to her a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she was always talking.
Right.
Hey, Snap, what you want to do? Hey, you want to do this? Blah, blah. Right. So she was interested.
Got it.
My dad was interested, but he wasn't committed.
But that's a good segue to men and women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My dad was the rough one. My mom was the nice.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He would tell me no. She would tell me yes.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
She would say no, but
exactly. Right.
No too, but
no was never no. No was like no right now.
Not right now.
No, but
there you
not
go.
Right now.
Not right
Give
now.
it 30 minutes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Got it.
Right,
So you had
the
So did you see your parenting style with your children like your dad, like your stepmom, or
man? I think there are definitely a sense of similarities in my personality because I can't change who I am, right?
True.
And so I'm a cool kind of guy as well too, laid back, so to speak. So I did have that, but I also grew up on traditionalism as well too, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, do as I say.
That's right.
When I say it.
That's right.
Like my grandparents kind of told me, listen, hey, especially my mama's mom, you know what I'm saying? Because she was a cusser.
Right. Okay.
Oh, she was a cusser.
Oh man.
Yeah, get y'all asses in there right now. All of that type. You know what I mean? Like so.
Tough love.
I love you wasn't something that was just thrown out all the time. She showed you that she loved you by cooking for you, feeding you. Putting lights on. Like you know what I'm saying, right? And so that was a love. So I had a little bit of that in me as a parent, and these kids are just a little bit different, so you had to kind of temper that as well too, man.
You're making me think how my mom and dad was just like that. That they wasn't huggers.
Yeah.
They wasn't kiss.
Yeah.
None of that stuff.
None of that.
You know what I'm saying? My dad, this is off topic, but my dad told me he loved me as he was in the bed dying with cancer.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't just thrown away. Thrown out just to take it.
It wasn't. And I could see him wishing he had said that more. But then it made me think about how he was brought up in his life prior to me and my brother. Mom was difficult.
Yes.
I mean, like,
yes.
Daddy lived around the corner. He didn't know him. Walk past his house. Daddy wouldn't acknowledge him. Right. So it kind of made sense why he wasn't touchy-feely.
Right.
Food in the refrigerator, the lights on.
Yeah.
What else do you want?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I understand that totally.
Man, yeah. I mean, and you got to think about this too, man. We 50 plus, right? So that means our parents were, in the segregation era.
Oh,
right?
man.
And, what they had to embody and go through, it required toughness.
It did.
It required a sense of strength.
Right.
Right? And it didn't have a lot of love.
Right.
As part of that, right?
Right.
Because you were just trying to survive.
Man.
So they translated to us. Here we are, babies of the 70s.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But easier.
Yeah, a little easier.
Easier.
But we see what it meant to have that tough and grit and grind.
Right.
And, but we also know that there's a level of sensitivity that also needs to display as a parent too.
That is true.
So
Okay.
I tell my kids I love them more. I tell my kids how to express themselves, and
right.
So there is a balance.
There is a balance. It is a balance. My parents were probably older than your parents. Okay. I was man, I ain't gonna say that, but I'm going deep in here. Let me stop right here.
Almost half.
Yeah, but it just made me think how they were brought up. My mom brought up in civil rights, Jim Crow.
Okay. Yeah.
6 siblings. I never knew my grandparents.
Yeah.
I seen them, I believe.
Okay.
My brother knew him.
Yep.
He's 9 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't recall them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that type of stuff, he's seen it. And my brother don't hug. He don't. That's not who he is.
That's what I'm saying.
Based on what he.
Exactly.
So
It
makes sense, right? It makes sense.
Yeah.
So to your point, I make a point to hug my son.
Man.
Kiss my son.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone one day, and I want to get all my love and let you know how much I love you.
Yeah.
While I'm out here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
I lost my grandmother too, kind of early. I lost her to lupus. So I'm a big advocate of lupus.
Okay.
And the purple. So
right,
you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if it's true purple, but it's purple.
It's in the family.
Right, it's in the family. But she towards the end, to your point about your dad, would start saying those things as well too, the emotional side of it, because she realized I'm not going to be here long, and so all the hugs and love and all of that seemed to have been the forefront of what she wanted to at least make everybody remember her by. You know what I'm saying? Even though she was as tough as nails.
It fucked me up when I see my dad for real?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to stop the moment.
Of course not.
But internally, I was like,
made you feel some type of way.
Come on now. I can't leave the room like this is different.
This is deep.
This is
shit's deep, man.
Golly.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. My even if I'm being honest with you, like even my mom took some time when I got a little older.
Yeah.
To start saying I love you to each other a lot more. Right? We say it all the time now.
Right.
But it took some time because she grew up in that same little era as well too, right? She's a 50s baby.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so she's seen some of that as well too. And so, me being us being in this new kind of Gen X.
Right.
Are we generation?
Yeah, a little bit past. A little before. Yeah.
Past the baby boomers, but generation we're in, like we see the benefits, and we also see the evolution of our kids being a little bit different than us. So they need something different.
They need something different. So,
and
it just shows you the strain of that 40s and 50s, what it put on not just the families, but the black family.
Yeah, man.
You see what I'm saying? And we still trying to recover from. So now we have to, you and I, with our children, we have to kind of pick up the slack.
Yeah.
I love you, give me a hug.
Right.
I'm going to check on you, stuff like that.
Right.
It was not like that. Especially my brother was coming up.
Yeah.
He was born in 61, man. Don't tell him what it was like.
Right.
With mom and dad.
So, yeah, man. So being in that dynamic of high school, man, prepared me to be in another world and being able to be comfortable around that dynamic of whites, blacks, and so forth. So MTSU was definitely something that, I embraced. The program and the people. Learned a lot.
You made some good friends from
MTSU. Made a lot of good friends, man, from MTSU, man. Solid.
Y'all real tight.
Yeah, man. And the thing about the MTSU, man, yes, it was a PWC, but a lot of those kids were on campus and they couldn't leave. Outside of the people from Nashville, they be gone on Friday at 12 o'clock. They gone.
Right.
But everybody else was there. So those 3,000 to 4,000 kids that was on the yard, like we felt like it was a black school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We felt like they keep telling about, you know what I'm saying, TSU, but it's like, man, MTSU is strong out here. We got a whole black community down here, man.
You had no choice. You couldn't leave.
We couldn't leave. You know, so we had great camaraderie.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And people always say, man, y'all actually y'all was kicking it down the MTSU. I was like, yeah. Now, they don't do that hardly now. Okay. But back in 90, 91, and 92, and all that stuff, listen, we thought we was black, just as black as TSU.
Diversity wasn't even thought of back then. You see what I'm saying? Right. From a high level. Imagine going to an even wider PWI at Trevecca.
Yeah, I can only see. Right, exactly.
So, luckily, my brother graduated from Trevecca. So I spent 3 years up there kind of knowing what was going on a little bit. So the transition wasn't as difficult. Plus, I never had a problem with authority. You tell me do something, I'm going to do it.
Right.
You know, people will act up. I'm like, I don't know how that attitude is because I never seen it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I had an active dad that was mobile, and mom too.
There you go. Right. So I knew how to act.
I knew how to act. See, in those days, schools were open to parents. You can come and go as you please.
Yeah, sure could.
Mama would pull up on a Tuesday, like where you supposed to be at. Daddy would put. Plus, you could paddle back. I don't know how it was in Memphis.
Yeah, you could.
Really?
Oh yeah. Man, Mr. Art.
Yeah.
Mr. Webb. Mr. Webb would hit you right here with a ruler, right here. Tear your hand up, right here. Yeah. Mr. Art would paddle you, take you to the little side room.
Yeah.
That little side room, and you get about 3 of them.
Yeah.
Wop, wop, wop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would tell me, you got 2 options. Call your parents or put your hand on the desk.
That's it.
Put my hand on the desk.
Yeah. That's
what call that big old
no,
he mad off the top.
Already coming
Come on
through
there.
the door.
Come on there. My dad was 6'5", 300.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to call him.
Nah,
go ahead, give me these 3. Whatever it is, 3, 5, whatever it is. Man.
Please don't call that.
Please don't call him.
Please
don't call him.
Whatever you do.
Do not call him. And my dad, you know, he was just a silent killer.
Yeah.
You know, and so I didn't want no business. I ain't had no problem either with authority. So
when you was in the streets, kind of trying to find your way, did you ever feel like you was in the wrong? Like, were you fully 110% in the streets, or did you always think like it's something better?
I always knew that there was going to be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
I always.
Got it.
I always knew that, even when I was doing what I was doing.
Right.
I always had a plan of, this is a temporary fix.
Right.
This is a bridge over troubled waters. There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
All the analogies that you can say, you know what I mean? I always knew it.
Right.
And that got instilled with me when I went to live with my dad. Yvette Spicer, love her to death.
Right.
Was really someone who I really admired because she poured into me and just showed me what the possibility of what education could bring to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I bought in.
Right.
I bought into it, and you know, I've been able to get a degree and have business and all of those things, right? Because of just some of the things she instilled in me, the values she instilled in me around education.
Right. The importance. I'm my friend of mine. I always give a shout out to one of my good friends.
Shout out.
Yeah, Dr. Cherie Walker.
Ooh, okay. That's it.
It'd be cool.
All right.
She would always talk about how education saved her life.
Yeah.
Come from a very difficult background, right? Upbringing, but just education, having something to look at every night.
Absolutely.
Something to study, to keep your mind off that. But also, she would say, believing in the impossibilities. Impossibilities can be possible if you just believe in it.
If you believe in it.
Believe in it.
That's it. Yeah, man.
There's nothing too great that you can, if you can think it, then it's possible.
You can do it.
And so to hear you say it, someone poured in you the same kind of thing, like, hey man, regardless of what you're going through, if you think it,
you
and
can
work hard, it can come to fruition.
I never thought I could graduate from college, bro.
Wow.
I didn't.
Wow.
Not before I got back to Memphis.
You couldn't see it.
Nope.
You couldn't see it.
No. Selling dope. I mean, you know, all this stuff
Right.
was that was it.
Right.
To some degree, I kind of knew that I knew I was smart.
Right.
Because the way I approached everything was thoughtful.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
It's slow to react.
Yeah.
Always thought about stuff.
Yes,
you measure twice before you cut.
Measure twice before I cut. So
Okay.
I was always that kid.
Got it.
That's why I never really got into a lot of the trouble because I was calculated.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I had a sense of thought, sense of strategy, sense of you know, collateral damage. What with this decision is the risk worth the reward?
Right.
So I had all of those things, and I think being with someone who poured the other piece of education into me made me see kind of what utopia could be for me.
Right.
What's the art of possibility could be for me. So yeah, man, I appreciate everything for sure.
And that, I think that's the greatness of having a mentor. We talked about mentors.
Yeah.
And you mentioned her. When people see something in you, I wish the kids would really believe that adults that are pouring into you have your best interest in
Has
mind.
your best interest in them.
We're trying not to get you to touch the hot eye on the stove.
Life has the life for them.
I know. You have to touch it.
And they have to touch it to
to
see
touch it.
how hot
Right.
it is. And
Exactly right.
and that's something about that experience as well too. It says a lot about understanding how hot things could be, understanding how bad a situation could be.
Right.
But if you can avoid it, man, why not? You know what I mean?
And
why not?
And that's the greatness of people that have been through stuff.
Yeah.
This gray on your face and gray on my face is there for a reason. We've seen some things.
Absolutely.
And so, do you ever look back on some of the things that God didn't allow to happen that you may have prayed for? Or better yet, you're about to get in trouble, you avoided that. You remember that time and space you said, you know what, I need to do better.
Man, it was a time where me and my homeboy was at the mall of Memphis. And it was during the holidays. And we were out having a good time, just trying to get through the holidays. We come outside in the parking lot, and we are, you know how when it gets full, the parking lots, and people start parking on the end caps of it, and it makes the other way to get in and out narrow, real tight.
That's right.
And so we were in the car, and we were going through the parking lot. These two white dudes was coming the opposite way, and we were almost we had beat them first,
right,
going through the parking lot, where they come in front of us, wedging themselves into our, couldn't wait, like they was like, man, I ain't studying y'all,
right,
kept coming to the point where the mirrors end up banging up each other, and my homeboy Mike was mad, obviously, man, what's going on? And they end up calling us niggas. Well, what do you do when somebody do something like that?
They struck first.
You know what I'm saying? They struck first with the mirrors, right?
Right?
And so, man, we end up getting out the doggone car, man. We end up getting a whole brawl in the middle of the parking lot with these two dudes, man.
Were they grown men or young boys?
Well, you boys.
Okay,
older but grown,
Got
man. And so we end up fighting in the parking lot. I pulled out a bat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we end up getting in some trouble for that.
Yeah.
Got to end up with the cops. But the problem was, what saved us is there was cameras in the parking lot. So when we got arrested and went back to, because it was on private property, the security people came, they looked at the doggone cameras and showed them that they were the aggressors coming in there. You know what I'm saying? And even at the point where, even though we got out first, they end up getting out and then walking around over to, my side, and then they end up pulling my homeboy out. Well, he was on the way out, but the big one ended up grabbing him first. And so they saw all those things and was like, man, listen. And that's why I ended up, he just so happened to have a bat in the car. You know what I'm saying? So I'm swinging. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, Was it the right thing to do? Probably not. Could have just called the police and just be like, hey, they hit our car, whatever the case may be.
Right.
The old saying, you know, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're not supposed to overreact. But I'm a young, kid and overreacting and all those.
That's what we do.
That probably could have led to something different. You know what I'm saying? Had the cameras not revealed that they were the aggressors or whatnot, I could have been in jail for assault or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so that's probably, I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? And to keep my cool about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't disrespect my space, you're not in me or putting your hands on me. I got enough sense to be like, man, you ain't even worth it.
But why would somebody come at a grown person like that at this stage of our life? It has to be really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? The chances on us fight, it's slim.
Well, because we recognize conflict too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
and at that point, you like, bro, I'm finna go enjoy my life.
Yeah,
I'm gone. Yeah, I wave the white flag. I'm out, man. I'm out. I'll see y'all later.
You got it.
You got it.
So let's talk about now you in college.
Yes.
Let's get into the college life, junior, senior year.
Yeah, man.
Did you always think you would be where you are now? What was your plans after college?
So I knew that I was going to be doing something in my major.
Okay.
So I did know that. I also was a barber.
Okay,
in
right.
College.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was
professional barber.
I was a yard barber,
okay.
right? So when I actually graduated from college, man, I went to barber school at night. So that's what kind of spurred me into the getting, my barber's license.
Got it.
Ended up hooking with my homeboy here, who's from Memphis as well too, man, Ron. He and I was at barber school at the same time.
Okay.
And so he and I, after barber school, ended up kind of collaborating together. You know what I'm saying? Opened up. We had Roots Barber Academy.
Okay.
Then we had Roots Barbershop in the mall, Hickory Hollow.
Okay.
So yeah,
really?
So we were one of the first barbershops in Hickory Hollow.
Shout out to Hickory Hollow.
Shout out to Chico. Who you talking about shopping Hickory? Who you talking about taking me shopping in Hickory Hollow? That's the old Daddy Fresh, ain't it? Wasn't it Daddy Fresh? Cool Daddy Fresh or something like that, right? I remember that.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Nashville hip hop.
Nashville hip hop. Yeah. So I remember that him coming out and saying something about Hickory Hollow. But yeah, man, we was one of the first barbershops in Hickory Hollow, man.
Wow.
And we had the Titans, man. Javon Kerr, Samara Rowe, Greg Favors. We had all them cats coming through the barbershop and so forth, man. Cut the Rock's hair. Cut Nas's hair. I cut a whole bunch of celebrities, that came through as well too. So yeah, man, that was a good time. So I did barbering, and then I was working my professional career during the daytime, man. So it was good times, man. 90s up to the 2000s.
Nashville was popping.
When I say just enjoying Nashville, no one could tell me that I was going to leave Nashville. Not at that time. Not during that time. We was making money. I was living.
Yeah.
I had a full-time job. I was taking care of my daughter at the time.
Great side money.
Man, great side money. Side money. It was great side money. Couldn't tell me I wasn't living.
Oh, man. Come on, God.
Listen, I was moving around the city.
Gas was $1 at $1.25. $1.90
or something like that. But yeah, man, that was good. I ain't gonna lie. I was living in Antioch over in Nashville Village. Nashville Village had just kind of got built out over that little area. So I was in a new little apartment. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Nashville Village was, if the walls could talk,
telling you now,
running in and out of there,
man. Listen, Nashville Village was the shit, man.
It was.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. So I stayed over there for a while, man, and I had a good time. I was living.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you cutting hair. You in your profession. You in your industry.
Yeah.
Right.
Man.
And so now let's talk about fashion. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Were you always the nice dressed guy in high school?
Yeah, I was always that guy. My dad was a male model of the year too in Memphis.
Okay.
So he was a model.
Shout out to Pop.
as well. Shout out to Pop. Shout out to Lynn Spicer Senior. But he was a male model as well too, so he had a passion for fashion as well too. So that kind of handed it down, trickled down. My mom was a kind of fashionista as well too. But yeah, man, all through high school, I was always kind of the really, you know, the cut, and it's a testament to Memphis too, man. Even though there's a lot of gangsters and stuff like that in Memphis, man, pimping is real. You know, Memphis too, man. Yeah. And so them cats was always clean.
Always.
The pimps was clean. The drug dealers was clean.
Yeah.
You know, there's some thug pimps is what they call them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some thug preps, I should say. You know what I'm saying? And so that was just something that we embodied as well too. And we have our own style. Right. And so I took that style to Murfreesboro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I always had good, you know, clothes, and was always something that I was always good with putting together and loved doing what I doing. Like the Deltas has superlatives for a couple of years. Okay. Got best dressed on the yard. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So were you making your clothes?
Yeah.
Then?
No, I wasn't making them clothes. I was just putting them together.
You did not put it together.
Just stepping outside the box of the norm and just putting things together, man. And, and enjoying that, and it seemed like everything I wore, people was like, man, that's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you've always been comfortable in your skin.
Very comfortable in the skin, and being comfortable with whatever I had on, even if it went against the grain. Right. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah. I remember the first time I saw Steve Harvey in a pink suit. Yeah. I said, man, I got to get one of them.
He was clean.
Yeah, man.
And this is when they was doing the Kings of Comedy, and I know you know this.
Oh yeah.
Brown shoes was the thing. And it took me a while to understand brown shoes go with everything.
Man, yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it does. It goes with gray, black, brown, blue,
with
everything.
Things, man. Yeah, so you can get away with a lot of that, man. And style and fashion kind of has its ebbs and flows, and its revolving doors as well too. Okay. You know, and now so we're back into kind of this wide leg, you know, type season as well too.
I like
you know, bell bottoms or flare pants. Yeah. All of those things are back in style. So it comes back around. Just with a little different little flair to it. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Funny how the 70s revolved around.
Absolutely.
The natural hair.
Yeah.
The platform shoes, the bell bottoms. They went away for a second. And now to your point, now it's back with the flare pants.
Exactly. So it's just a revolving. It's a modern day type of style that it gets revolved. And now you have different layers of textures now. So the corduroys and the denims and the wools and the knits. And so you got a lot of stuff that's going on, the sweaters. And so, man, fashion has always been something that you can just play with, man. You know? Yep.
Wow. And so let's talk about now Lynn Spicer style.
Yeah.
How did that birth? How did that come about?
Man, Lynn Spicer Collection, man, started back in really 2009, man. Okay. So, you know, unfortunately,